All right, boys. You guys ready for my picks? My pick'ems? My very subpar pick'ems? Fuck, man. All right, let's go. Let's get into this shit. Oof, 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 oof. Who 03s at this major? I think you have to kind of put, like, as shitty as it is, I think you have to, like, the runners for 03 are probably Hellraisers, Cole, Avantgarde, Cloud9, G2. Those could all potentially 03. The Cloud9 and the G2 are really fucking obnoxious because I have no idea how the fuck they're gonna play, bro. I think like the very heavy favorites though are probably Complexity. Hellraisers always finds a way to get just like a scrappy win somehow. Especially like in those early stages in a BO1 if they get like a weaker opponent. I don't want to put Big as 03, definitely not Big. Because I feel like there's the top half, right? There's the very top, which are like NRG, Astralis, FaZe, Liquid, MIBR, Navi. And then the others are just fucking fuck. So I think like Energy's like top 5 team on HLTV now finally. They've been making progress. They haven't dropped a single map yet, all the way up here. I do think they'll probably drop a map at some point though. But I think they definitely make it through. Renegades, I'm not even touching that yet. Vitality, I'm not touching yet. Ents, no. Let's just get the easy ones in here. So Astralis, I definitely think are going through. It's freaking Astralis. I mean, come on, that one's pretty self-explanatory. I got FaZe going through. I'm gonna do who I think's going through first, chat, and then I'm gonna kind of like look around for 03s and 3-0s and what I think. Liquid definitely going through. MIBR definitely going through. Navi definitely going through. So this is where I start, right? FaZe could 3-0 or 03. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I know what you mean. Navi's risky. I think Navi's risky for the 3-0 or like, I know out of these teams right here, Navi and FaZe are kind of the question marks in my opinion. So, and Navi haven't boot camped in a way, I almost think that might benefit Navi. You know, it's like, oh, they didn't boot camp. I'm not saying they won't get shit on, but I am saying sometimes that can actually benefit teams. You think Ents gets that final spot? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Big. I think Complexity had a nice run in the last major, but I just don't think they're really gonna make it through this time around. Hellraisers, well, I think they always overperform in majors. I don't think they're gonna make it through. Like, what we could do is we could maybe take out Navi, right? And then we could add 2, but even then it doesn't, I don't know, man. Like Cloud9 got through, but it wasn't pretty. And their roster's kind of a clusterfuck. So I don't really feel like they're going through. G2, I am not. They may have made it through, but they're definitely not playing some beautiful Counter-Strike. I just watched a G2 win on cash by rushing B every round with fucking Mac 10 CZs. I think Ents has been looking strong. I want to put Nip in there just because they're like the homies, but also they haven't looked that great either. Renegades really surprised me. Like, what happened? I wish these picks rewarded you for actually like doing something good with your pick. Like, start with the 03. Feels bad, man. Go from picking Complexity, like there was so much of the last major and actually called them advancing, and now I just feel like I have to put them 03. Let me look at this. Thank you. Paradox linked me their page. One sec. They lost to FaZe. They lost to Swole. They've lost to Luminosity. Oh, wait. No, they lost to Luminosity. They beat an MDL team 2-1. I'm gonna keep Cole there, I think. I'm toxic, but it feels shitty to do, but yeah, do it. BCR, thanks so much for a 3-month resub. I'm not putting any of the big boys in the 3-0. As I've always explained, you get 0 reward for picking the 3-0. You don't want to put one of the best teams there. There's no advantage. You gotta pick a wild card team to go in there. If you have one of the 6 teams advancing, 3-0 could make it in. Maybe. What do you guys think about this right here? What do you guys think about this idea? Because this is the farthest they've been in a major. I think there's actually a chance that they don't make it through because of just like, this is still a first time for them. Risky? Well, of course, that's the point of the 3-0 pick, boys. I just explained why you don't want to put Team Liquid in Astralis. Why is this such a hard concept for you guys to understand? If you put the best teams here, aka like the very best, like, you know, you're putting Astralis Liquid essentially here, and they lose one map, you get 0 points for FaZe or Stralis when you could have just had them for sure going through. Why would you put, there's no advantage to getting the hardest pick, which is a 3-0. Because brain dead, lol. Fom, I got more than you in the challenger stage. I'm clearly a genius. That challenger stage was a mess. You had the Renegades 3-0. MIBR 3-0, don't at me. That's not a bad idea either. Because I think like MIBR and NRG are both kind of in that spot, right? Like both good teams, both should advance, but they're also kind of like in FaZe as well. Navi, the fact that they're even here right now is a miracle. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, dude, do we take the James? If James messes this up, chat, just remember this moment, okay? If MIBR doesn't 3-0, this is James's fault. Everybody write this down. Subs, let me see you write this down for me. Thank you. So this is James's fault. Okay, NRG's back here. Renegades just 3-0'd, but it's Renegades. I can't put them through, can I? And then Vitality. If Zywu doesn't drop 40, they lose. Avantgarde. Wrong. Ents. Easy for Ents, bro. I think we go Ents, man. I mean, think about it. Alu took a picture of his balls and put it on Twitter, and then he took a picture of his newborn and put it on Twitter. We've seen the whole history of his child. We have to go Ents, dude. We got to. Easy for Alu's balls. All right, so I'm just not putting big in with the hopes that people learn that just ban Inferno. You got to win a BO3 now, boys. And we're definitely not picking G2. I don't care if they advance. That was some fucking CS, bro. So yeah, Cloud9, goddamn, why not? Bro, Cloud9 is a clusterfuck at the moment, okay? It's not that even they're bad. They're just a fucking clusterfuck. We're not putting Hellraisers in, you fucking degens, okay? I was gonna put this video on YouTube, but I've cursed quite a bit. We're definitely not getting any ads for this. Sicko, bleep that out. Thank you. Yeah, I can't put in Renegades. They 3-0'd, but I don't know if we're ever gonna see that Renegades again. Vitality, Zywu, and NBK have to basically put everybody into a backpack and get sledded into victory. Avantgarde, they just don't really have it. I'm kind of on the Nip bandwagon a little bit because they always just find a way to win. Dude, am I really gonna put Nip in there? Is that what's about to happen? Are we free in the Nip? All right, we're free in the Nip, boys. This is like that's my dad. I'm very confident in about 4 of these picks. I'm confident in the first 4, and then the rest is just kind of whatever. Looks awful. Agreed. Flom, swap MIBR and Navi. Navi are getting destroyed or going to destroy everybody. That's not a bad idea, actually. I think that may have been the smart. Who was that? I'm scrolling up. Caster TV. Congrats, bro. You're the smartest person in this Twitch chat. Yeah. No, I agree with that. James is dumb. I hope James is still here. He's an idiot. All right, let's update these picks. I did it. I updated chat. We didn't lose all of them. Why don't you put Astralis as 3-0? Because you get 0 point advantage. Getting the 3-0 pick versus putting them here gets you nothing, right? This literally benefits you. There is no benefit. There's just nothing, okay? And this is a much harder, and if they don't 3-0, right? If Astralis does not 3-0 or Liquid does not 3-0, you get 0 points for a team that you for sure could get through. Why do you think Nip advanced? Because if I don't pick Nip to advance, Get Right won't play MM with me anymore. For all intents and purposes, chat, Nip is the best team in the world, okay? My 3-0 0-3s obviously are always gambles. That's just how I like to do these, and these are always kind of, I think, interchangeable. I think out of these teams, Nip and Ents are my 2 weakest that are at the bottom here. At the bottom. These are the gambles at the bottom. I'm trying, right? You just need 5 points, right? So ideally, you just put these guys right here, and hopefully none of them choke, and you're fine. Why no C9? Because they have a weird roster situation, man. Imagine having an IGL and then before the major you're using Zelsis as your 5th and your IGL is now Flusha. It's not that any of these things are really bad, it's just not really the way the roster was designed to operate. That's just the reality of the situation is Cloud9 isn't bad. In fact, I would say they're outperforming their, like, for the situation they were dealt, they're overperforming. But I also don't know how far that will take them against some of these teams. The only way Big comes in here is for Ents or Nip, and I explained Nip and Ents. I just think that Big has always had a problem at majors playing BO3s, and now you have to win a BO3 to advance. So that's why Big isn't in there. G2 I think is playing Pusak Counter-Strike. Vitality I think is good, but rely way too heavily on MBK and Zywoo to perform. And Renegades at the end of the day is like whatever, because I think like they 3-0'd and they surprised me and they play great Counter-Strike, and I would love to see them keep doing that. But also that's like the first time I've ever seen that from Renegades, like ever. If Nip is your gamble, why not put them at 3-0? Because Na'Vi feels like a better like gamble for the 3-0, right?